They signed up for education, not an autopsy table. They came for degrees, but some never left the campus alive. At the prestigious Federal University of Nola, tucked deep within Nigeria's northern corridor, a secret has been buried under concrete walls and academic pride. What began as whispered rumors in student hostels turned into spine-chilling testimonies. Students missing, bodies never found, and a university hospital that may have become a front for something far more sinister. This is not a ghost story. This is not fiction. This is what happens when the people you trust with your future gamble it away for profit. Nola wasn't just a university, it was a dream. Parents worked night shifts and sold ancestral lands to send their children there. The hospital on campus was hailed as a model facility used as a teaching hospital for final-year students in medicine and nursing. It was considered the safest place in town. Ironically, it was also where the danger began. We meet our central character, Chika Nwosu, a 22-year-old final-year anatomy student from Imo State. Bright, skeptical, and determined to make her late father proud. Her roommate, Fatima Musa, a medical student from Kano, shared her dreams and a secret suspicion. Something's wrong with the cadavers, Fatima had whispered one night, staring into the ceiling fan's hum. They are too fresh. At first, Chika laughed. Until one morning during a practical dissection, she found a scar on a body's chest that hadn't fully healed. The body in question, tagged cadaver number 14, still had a hospital wristband that read, M. Ajayi, ICU. That wasn't standard. Cadavers came from unclaimed bodies processed through the state morgue, not recent patients with medical tags. Fatima and Chika began digging. What they uncovered chilled them to the bone. M. Ajayi was a 300-level law student reported missing 2 weeks earlier after complaining of chest pain. He was last seen walking toward the university hospital. The official report. Left campus voluntarily. Chika and Fatima installed a hidden GoPro camera inside the cold storage unit using a janitor's spare key Fatima had swiped during her night rotation. For 2 nights, nothing happened. But on the 3rd night, at exactly 2:43 a.m., the camera captured 2 hospital staff wheeling in a stretcher. On it was a man still alive, breathing shallowly, barely conscious. They placed him inside the freezer alive. The video ended in static. The girls rushed to report the footage to the dean of students. But the next day, Fatima never came back from her hospital shift. Her phone was turned off, her bed untouched, and her white coat was left behind. Chika panicked and went to the police. She showed them the footage, but the response was chilling. This video is fake. Fabricated to stir unrest. They confiscated her phone and asked her to leave. Chika was now alone and isolated. Her classmates avoided her. Faculty members glared with disdain. She began to receive anonymous texts. You're next. Stay out of the morgue. She tried to flee campus, but her ID was flagged at the gate. She was not allowed to leave. She had one option left, an unlikely ally, Yusuf Boko, doctor, a young pathologist who had once supervised her dissection class and seemed genuinely kind. She showed him the backup copy of the video. He watched it in silence, then looked at her with wide eyes. There's more, he said. Boko, doctor, revealed what many feared but dared not admit. The hospital had a side operation, an underground syndicate that sold organs from live, healthy victims. Not just bodies but organs. Young, viable students, mostly those without family ties or connections, were marked. Their health records were studied. Their bodies were harvested. Some of the professors are involved, he whispered. The head of the anatomy department. Even some people in the vice-chancellor's office. Chika asked, why? Because there's money in it, he said bitterly. More than your tuition can ever provide. Boko, doctor, promised to help her expose it. He arranged for her to meet a journalist, someone who had been tracking a similar story from another university in Enugu. They scheduled the meeting for Sunday night. But Sunday never came. That morning, Chika woke up to find Boko's, Dr., face on the school bulletin board. Staff suicide, Yusuf Boko, Dr., found hanging in his office. But Chika had seen him just 10 hours earlier. Alive, scared and hopeful. She knew he didn't hang himself. 2 days later, Chika herself went missing. Her room was left open, clothes inside, but her phone and ID were gone. Only one clue was found, scrawled in lipstick across her mirror. It's not just a hospital. It's a market. Months passed. The university denied all claims. The footage. Gone. Fatima. Listed as transferred. Chika. Declared a dropout. But her twin brother, Ebuka, wasn't done. He had found her diary. And inside it was the last page she ever wrote. If you're reading this, I probably didn't make it. But this doesn't stop with me. The truth is in the blood and the eyes. They signed up for education, not an autopsy table. Do you believe Chika and Fatima were victims of a powerful organ trade ring? Why do you think the school covered it up? Was Boko, Dr., a hero or part of the plan? Drop your answers in the comments below. Let's hear your thoughts. And stay tuned for part 2, where Ebuka starts his investigation and uncovers something even darker than his sister imagined.